Okay, verbals are words that come from verbs but function as noun, adverbs, and adjectives. There are three types of verbals: participle, gerunds, and infinitives. Participles functions as adjectives, and oftentimes they're the hardest ones to spot. Gerunds, they function as nouns and ending in ing. And then infinitives function as adverbs, adjectives, and nouns, but usually they start with to. So to dance, to laugh, to run.
So participles have 4 different endings you're going to want to look for: en, ed, ing, and sometimes a t. So let's look at an example of each of these and how they function in the sentence. I watched the laughing hyenas. Well, the word in there that we could either have is watched or laughing, but one of those describes something, and that's laughing, because laughing describes hyenas. Okay? So that's how a participle ends in ing. The collapsed bridge was dangerous. Well, here we have collapsed. That's our only ed-en-ing-t ending. So we have collapsed. And what does collapse describe? It describes the bridge. So what type of bridge? The collapsed bridge. Here we have he ate burnt toast. What kind of toast? Burnt toast. And then lastly, the stolen car was returned to its owner. So what type of car? It was the stolen car. And although returned ends in ed, it is functioning as a verb in that sentence.
So gerunds function as nouns. They end in ing. And swimming is fun. Swimming is acting as the noun. It's the subject of the sentence. What is fun? Swimming. In this sentence, we like hiking. Hiking is the thing you're talking about. Remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. So you're going to want to make sure that if it ends in ing and functions as a noun, then it's a gerund. Not to be confused with a participle, because participles do end in ing. So make sure you look for what part of speech it's functioning as.
Infinitives are a verbal, and it's our last verbal, that can function as either a noun, adjective, or an adverb. And that may be confusing, but they're the simplest one to identify because they are formed by putting the word to and then a simple verb. So to plus a simple verb equals an infinitive. So to run, to laugh, to cry. So we're going to look at some examples of how they function as a noun, adjective, and adverb. So first, to study is important. Well, we have our infinitive because we can find our simple formula. And this is where it's functioning as a noun. So this is an infinitive as a noun. Then we have the person to call is Jen. Well, to call is our infinitive, and it's an infinitive functioning as an adjective because it's helping describe Jen. And then lastly, we have Fred finally went to work. Well, this is an example of an infinitive, to work, functioning as an adverb because it's describing where Fred went.